Hello everyone. Today I am going to discuss common mistake C programmers make while dealing with pointers. For the discussion, I had taken a linked list as an example. So here you can assume like linked list is already created and we have a delete first API. This API will take care of deleting the first node in the linked list. Now you can see the head points to the beginning of the linked list. And once you delete the first node, the expectation is to point to the rest of the linked list after deleting the first one. So you can assume there are three nodes or three entries in the linked list. This is what it is. So if you see the first node, which contain value 12, second node 15, last node 10. And if you see the 12, the first node is stored in the location memory address 1010, and the next of the first node points to the second node, and the second node next pointer points to the third node 30, and the last node which have the null as the next pointer. Now when the API calls, what happens? The delete first will be called. In that delete first, the head pointer will be passed. If you see, head pointer is passed, and head reference is a local variable to the delete first function. So the delete first function, if you see, it is allocated in a altogether a memory address 60, and the head in the main is in the memory address 40. These two are two distinct variable. One variable is in the main and other variable is in the delete first API. Now, once you call the delete first, the value in the head is copied to head reference, which means 10 will be copied, which is the address of the first node of this linked list. Now, the line number 28 is where we are advancing to the next node in the linked list. So what happens here? The head reference is a pointer that have the value, the address of the first node that will dereference to the linked list of next, which is 20. So the next of the first node will be copied to the head reference, which means 20 will be copied. If you see the memory address, it got reflected is the local variable in the delete first. Once you return from this function, if you see the head pointer is intact and still points to the memory address 10, and it is points to a dangling pointer. If you see, it is already freed in the API and it is pointing to a memory address which is already freed. So how we overcome this problem? Actually, if you or the one way of addressing this, I will say one way of addressing this is through double pointer. And the double pointer, if you see, I'm writing another program where the head still points to the memory to the linked list, and in the linked list delete API is there. In the delete API, I made a change. I'm passing the address of this head, which means it's a double pointer. So in the double pointer, head reference is a double pointer now, which shows the address of the head. So if you go to the previous figure, I tweak the same example. I have three nodes. Each node holds 12, 15, 10 respectively, and the address of the next nodes, which means the first node have the address of the second node 20, second node have the address of the third node 30, and head reference will have the address of the head, which means this is the address of the head, which points to the first node in the linked list, and head reference have the address of the head, which is 40. Now what will happen? Reflect in the line number 29. If you see, I am dereferencing the double pointer, which means this is my address which holds in the head reference. Dereferencing means I will be dereferencing the value in the memory location 10, and the next in that first node have the value 20, and I am copying that to the star head reference. Star head reference is something which we are referring to the memory location of head. So if we see, this is the head variable which is in the main, and the value it got updated which is executed in the in this API reflects the value 20, which means I am updating the head pointer itself, which present in the main function. So this is how we need to overcome the situation, and this is a common mistake C programmers makes instead of double pointer, and need to add two more points. This is not only the way to address this. Other, can you think of any other options? Mm, one is global variable, have a global variable head, and if you updating in the delete first, it will definitely get reflected after deleting the first node. And there is one more other option. Please give it in the comment box if you have any thought on that, and share comments on this video. Thanks for your time. I hope it's useful for you guys.